everybody, how we all doing? First of all, our live video is starting. On with it, and there we go. Hey guys, how we all doing? So, first of all, can I take this opportunity in welcoming all our new members to the group? It's lovely to have you on board. Please feel free to share any experiences or any paranormal things that have happened to you, or you know of people that have got paranormal things going on in their house, lives, whatever. So today's a bit of a catch up. First of all, to welcome all our new members. So a big hello from Rugby Ghost Hunters. Hope you all enjoy what you see, and it is just basically, sorry about that, I should sort the computer out. Basically a catch up of where we've been, the places we've gone. Hello Paul, how you doing? Just basically a catch up on how we've all been, the places we've been to, how the investigation's gone, and closing, and just general chit chat. So the first thing I want to do is talk about the places we've been. Now we have been on a few places. I've been there myself on my own doing an investigation, and so has Paul, and sometimes we've gone there together. Now if you remember from one of my videos, I was at the cemetery when I first came into contact with a little girl. Hi Donna, hope you're all well sweetheart, hope you're feeling better, please get well soon, here if you need us. Basically I went to this cemetery, and it's a beautiful cemetery. It really is peaceful, it's no negative there whatsoever, and I came into contact while I was there. I had a few words come through, which was, you're really kind, you're really nice, it's nice to have you, you've been here before, oh you're welcome Donna, you're welcome darling. And yeah, so that's when I came into contact with this little girl, who I first thought her name was Mavis, because that's the name that she was telling me. So I thought nothing more of it and everything, and did the investigation. It all went well. Now when I went back, we went back to the church, and it was the church, if you see on my, sorry, something keeps coming up on this computer, right, if you see the video that Paul put up of, because I first did an investigation in the church. Now if you've seen that video, I was getting a lot of very, very intelligent responses. I was in the church on my own, no one else was around, and I was getting knocking, I was getting taps, I was getting the feeling I was being watched. Now further on from that, I have now come into contact with the little girl called Violet, and she is with me every now and then. This bloody computer. She pops up every now and then, and I know she's around because I get various cold spots in the house, and sometimes at night I think it's Rianne, but I do hear like giggling and laughing, but I know it's her, and she doesn't do any harm, she's fine for now. And if you've seen the video that Paul put up, we did the investigation at the church, but it had to be ended quickly because apparently I was being taken over by her. Now when I say taken over, I was, if you've seen the video, I was sitting in the pew next door to Paul, and I started acting really strange, almost like childish. You know, when you go to church as a kid, you're like, oh, you're bored, you know, you've got nothing to do, and you're sitting there, and my hands were like that, and I had my head down by the pew, and at that time I didn't know what I was doing. I was acting totally childish. And anyway, I walked to the front of the church, and we have Digby, which is the new bear of the group, and I'll tell you the story behind Digby. But anyway, I was sitting on the floor playing with the teddy bear, and there was some cat balls, and I had the cat balls. Now these cat balls, they move when you touch them. Now if you've seen the video, you can see I was nowhere near those cat balls, but they were being rolled to me. And at the time I didn't know this, because I did have one finger on the ball and I was rolling backwards and forwards, and this other ball kept being rolled back to me. And from that, I started to act very childish, and Richard was trying to speak to me and I was totally ignoring him, which I don't normally do. Paul couldn't get any sense out of me, and there's a bit in the clip where Paul comes down and he starts playing the piano and I tell him to shut up. But it wasn't my voice, it was a child's voice. And things got a little bit out of hand. Not bad, I didn't have anything bad experience happen to me, nothing bad happened, but I had Violet controlling me. She was playing with me as me. I know that sounds a bit confusing, but she was playing with me. Now, ever since then, Paul put a close to it, and ever since then, she is still around me. I know when she's around me, because like I say, I get these little cold spots, and during the night I probably hear laugh and giggles, you know, like how kids play. And many times I've gone to look and check in to see if it's Rihanna, but she's fast asleep. And it's just like in the doorway of the bedroom where things. So I just basically tell her, I say, Violet, please go and rest. I'll speak with you soon. So that's little Violet. Now she's with me as and when. Now with regards to little Digby, and you've probably seen him, he's the bear. He's the trigger object that we have when we go to these cemeteries and we do these investigations. Because child spirits, what we want to do more of now, and I've had a lot of crap thrown at me about this, but people have said to me, you are really, really disrespectful and you are so horrible doing a kid's cemetery, a kid's graveyard. Well, at the end of the day, it's a bloody computer. At the end of the day, why not give the child spirits a chance to speak? Why do it just for the older ones? And if you see on some of these paranormal shows that, you know, they do come into contact with child spirits, and in a way, no way are we disrespectful. We do not show any kids' names on the graves. We go to the area and I may pan round and you may see some names, but then if you're the silly mugs that want to pause it and zoom in and see what the child's name is, then that's your problem, not mine. But we are not disrespectful, and why not do children's areas? They were just like us, living, breathing humans at one time. So give the kiddies a chance to speak. So we will be doing more on children's areas and stuff like that. Now, an update on my gear. Yes, I've got majority of it up and running now, which I've got it all together. I've still got to get a few little bits, but that will come over time. And spirit board, that was another thing I was speaking to about. Now, most people still say to this day, oh, don't mess with Ouija boards, you don't know what you're doing, you know, it's bad, don't do it, don't do it. I've used the spirit board now on numerous occasions, and nothing bad has come through. I've opened it correctly, I've asked the right questions, and we've closed it correctly. Now, I do use it with Paul, but there are going to be times when I am going to be using it without Paul, so, and it'll be fine because I know how to deal with it. So that's the other thing. If anybody's got any places that they'd like us to check us out, please let us know, inform us. And please, if you want to come on one of our investigations with us, we can arrange transport, we can sort something out, and you are more than welcome to. This is what we want. This is Rugby Ghost Hunters and far and around. So we want people to come with us. We want people to experience what we experience. And it's going to be brilliant because the more people we get involved, then you'll have your own experiences, you'll have your own paranormal whatever, and you'll be able to say, hang on, we've gone.
No, you haven't gone off.
I've gone off screen. No, I haven't. There I am. I'm back.
No.
Hey. Yeah, so we'd love anyone to come and join us, and if you know of any places that you think we would check out, because at the moment, yes, it was always churchyards and cemeteries, but that's just me. I like doing things like that. Now, another thing, I'm rambling on, let me take a sip of my tea, hold on. Now, another thing as well is that we closed a couple of investigations because we're not going back there now because that's all finished with. But I want to go back to the two famous murders that happened in Northampton. Now, one of them is Sophia Louisa Johnson, and she was murdered by her husband. Where you gone? What are you doing?
Don't worry, carry on.
If you can't see me, guys, just bear with me. We're having a bit. There we go. We're back now. We're
Just
having
carry
technical.
on.
All right. Mardy ass.
Carry on for it.
And I will be going back there because I want to do further more investigations, not only on Louisa, but also Annie Pritchard, because we've done the cemetery of where she's buried, and it has now come, further research has come to light that not only does she haunt that part of the cemetery, she actually haunts the church nearby and the grounds. So what I intend to do is go back there to the church. Now, I've never been in the church, I've never been around the area, so it would be interesting to go back there and see if she will communicate through that way, and I will be using the spirit board. Now, another question I get asked is about Rianne. Now, there has been times when I've had to take her on investigations with me because I've got no one to look after her. But let me assure you, she is perfectly fine. We don't have her anywhere near where we're investigating. Yes, you can probably hear her in the background when I've been doing these videos, but she doesn't exactly get involved, and sometimes it's a good thing her being there, because if I have got into contact with, look who's just come to join me, if I do come back into contact with any child spirits, then obviously sometimes Rianne, we will use Rianne as trigger objects. Now, but like I said, Rianne is perfectly fine. So yeah, so that's that. Now, the other day Paul was given a doll, and he was kindly enough to pass it on to me, and if none of you have met her, this is Emily. Hi. Now, she's absolutely gorgeous. She's a big girl. She's quite a big girl. Now, there's something about Emily. Why is she called Emily? It's the name I keep getting from her. She keeps showing me the name Emily. Now, I don't know if there is any spirit attached to her, but I did a little bit of a brief investigation outside with her, with the K2, and whilst I was talking to you guys, it did bleep. Now, I don't know what it is about her, but there's just something about her eyes and her face that I constantly have to keep picking her up and talking to her. So hopefully, one thing I'm going to do with Emily, now she is porcelain, so she's very delicate, and on maybe some occasions, along with Digby, we will bring Emily with us. And she's really heavy, she's like a proper child. She's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, just look at those eyes. They're just so heartwarming and melting. So what I intend to do at some point is find a camera and have her sit in the lounge in the evening with the K2 on, and hopefully either ghost tube running or spirit talker running, and leave her video her overnight just to see if anything does come through or if anything's attached to her. Personally myself, I think there is, but whatever it is, I don't think it's bad or nothing at all, but she's just, oh, she's beautiful. So yeah, on the story of dolls, with regards to the bear, Digby, now he's in Paul's care because it's Paul's bear. So we take Digby with us. Now, the reason why we called him Digby is because, yet again, I had contact with a little spirit boy when I went to one particular church, and his name was Digby, and he was a prisoner of war child from the war, and he was with me all the time. You know, all of a sudden I'd be watching telly and then burst out laughing. you know, and I could have visions of him pulling funny faces at me and, you know, just being like a little boy, you know. And towards the end, he did get a little bit annoying me, you know, mischievous, what little boys do. And we finally put him to rest, and, you know, he's no longer with me now. But I feel Emily is, and Violet is around me, so yeah, so she's going to be new to the group, and she will be coming on some investigations with me. I don't know when, but we're there, so, you know, I don't want to put her down. I don't want to put her down. She's gorgeous, so she can sit with me, look. So, yeah, and what else was I going to say? I can't think what oh yeah, that was it. And about just generally the paranormal itself. We've had a lot of interest when we've been doing these investigations, that people have come up to us and said, what are you doing? Do you mind me asking what you're doing? And we say to them, no, we're paranormal investigators, you know, we're exploring this. Some of them have just been, yeah, right, you know, you're a load of crap, basically, and others have been really interested. Now, I don't understand why people are not in tune with the paranormal. Is it because they don't want to believe, or is it because they just don't think it's possible? But have you ever thought to yourself that spirits could be roaming us every day? We could be passing them in the street and we wouldn't know about it. You have to be open-minded when it comes to paranormal experiences and paranormal activity. Now, as of yet, I'm to have something really magnificent. The best experience I had was when I was at the church, and it was at Weedon, and the video is on the group, and those intelligent responses, that was absolutely blew me away. And then the video that we saw with the cat balls. Now, people will probably say, yeah, you're moving the cat balls, and it's like with the spirit board. People say, oh, you're moving it, you're making it move. Some people probably say, yeah, I am making it move. But I can assure you, and Paul will tell you, and Richard will tell you, that it moves on its own. I am just very, very lightly holding the planchette, and it will move. It doesn't move in complete responses. You don't get a yes, no, or the words spell out. Because years and years ago, it was the only way that these so-called seances and these so-called mediums could communicate. They pretend they thought and seen people and everything, and talking through the spirit board, because that was just ways of communicating. And yes, it is, and I enjoy using the spirit board. I absolutely love it. I've got no problem using it, and it's a good tool to have. And this is what it is. They're just tools. They won't harm you if you know how to use it properly and close it properly. Don't use a glass on it. Get yourself a proper planchette and a proper Ouija board, one that's new, that's never been used. Now, obviously, Halloween's coming up as well, and what I intend to do, whether I do it with Paul or whether we do singly ones, but I want to do an early evening stroke late evening investigation on Halloween, because it's 1 year, apparently, one time of the year that the dead can walk amongst the living, which is a load of cock and bull, because spirits roam this earth all the time. Now, before I sort of like draw these things to a close, this investigation we did yesterday at Attleborough, and we came into contact with these soldiers. It has now come to life a more research that there are German soldiers and Polish soldiers. So I'm going to have to start, even though I do Latin now, I'm going to have to start learning German. And if anyone's got any basic German that they'd like to pass on to me, then please do so. But yeah, and it really is a catch up on all of you guys. You know, you're making this group grow massively, and myself and Paul and Richard, we cannot thank you enough for all the love, the support, the guidance, you know, everything that you've given us. It has really made my day. And like I said, you know, I thank you, or we all cannot thank you from the bottom of our hearts for making this group what it is today. Now, like I said, I would love for other people to come on investigations with us, and I will be doing a investigation down the cemetery, which is down by us. Now, it's only literally a 5-minute walk from where we live, and Donna, obviously you know where it is, because it's obviously one thing that you want to do with us. So when you're feeling better and you're up to it, we'll nip down there and we'll do an investigation together. But if there's anybody that wants to join in with us, please contact us, please message us, because we can arrange to meet up somewhere if there's somewhere that you would like to go. I know you're coming, Donna, because you've said about it, and it's one thing that, you know, we will keep that for you, my darling. We will take you down there and you can do your own investigation. I'd say that's vodka and blackcurrant, but it's not, it's just blackcurrant squash. Shame. But yeah, anyway, so it's more been about welcoming our new members, and if anybody's got anything they want to share, or stories or experiences, then please do so. You know, if you've got any issues or you think you need help, either contact me or contact Paul. You know, we're here all the time, and yeah, it's been really good, and all the investigations have gone so well. Paul is absolutely fantastic. You know, he's a great medium. He knows what he's on about. He knows how to close things down when things get a bit arsey. And we were at a cemetery in Daventry the other day as well, and there was a negative energy there, and he did not like women. He did not like me. And I quite like when those spirits come through, because I give them as good as I get. But he really laid into Paul. You know, he was really nasty. Like Paul said, he's got scruffy looking, he's horrible. And yeah, I thought it was brilliant, because I did bugger off and he was giving Paul a load of crap. Now, another thing as well is when I use these apps, especially now I'm using the Vox and the Necrophonic, when you hear that noise, you know, we don't always get to hear what words come through, or we think we hear what words come through, but sometimes it'd be nice to have you guys listen to them and see what words you come through, because the more we're using it now, the more we are recognising words that are coming through. And people have said to me, you know, they're an app on your phone, you know, it could be randomly saying words like that, it could be doing this, it could be doing that. And one of my videos I did when I was just a bit of chat about these apps, that I'm going to totally disagree, because we have asked, myself and Paul, when we've been either separate or whether we've been together, we have asked numerous questions. Now, the answers we get through that come through, you know, not just on the Vox and the Spirit Box, but like the Spirit Talker and Ghost Tube, we do not know what's going to come through. We can't say, how are you feeling today, and expect a response back from the app, oh, I'm feeling fine, thank you. It doesn't work like that. And this is one thing that I would like people to actually come along with us and ask their questions and see what responses they get. Because these apps are brilliant, and a lot of these paranormal shows, they will use these apps as well. And there is one paranormal group that I absolutely love to watch. You know, they're absolutely comical. They're three brothers, and they're just bloody hilarious. You know, you've got the eldest one that's the team leader, then you've got the baby brother, and then you've got the cameraman. So it's a bit like me, Paul, and Richard. You know, I'm the lead investigator, Paul's the middleman, and Richard's the one that just films everything. They're absolutely brilliant. They go around all people's houses and they understand, and they are an absolute great thing to watch. Their channel is Paranormal Nightmare, and it's on YouTube. And another one as well is, I watched it last night, was Death Walker with Nick Groff. Now that is on Really channel, and that is just amazing, you know. And another one that I've started watching now is called The Dead Files. That is also on Really, and basically, obviously it's in America, isn't it? It has to be. But they go round looking at these hauntings of these people's houses, and they dig up the history. They go back way before it was even built, and they find out what's on the land. And it's a good program. It's paranormal. It's a good program to watch. And thank you to all of those as well who put on the group about that documentary called The Girl, the Ghost and the Graveyard. What a fantastic suggestion. Thank you so much for suggesting it. You know, I have actually watched it. I'm still a bit in and ah about it, but if you're in a particular age era, you will know that something similar started like this at the Enfield haunting in 1977. Not East Drive, this was the Enfield. The two girls, Diane and what was the other one? But it wasn't East Drive anyway, and they did an investigation and they found out that there was a poltergeist in the house and everything, and then obviously it led on to 30 East Drive. But yeah, it's been absolutely brilliant, all these investigations. And like I say, I cannot praise Paul enough, because what he doesn't know on investigations and the visions he get. So now look, not only have I got Emily, but I've got Leah as well. Aww, they're lovely. Get down, cat. So yeah, so all in all, it's been absolutely fantastic talking to you all. Like I say, welcome to all our new members. You know, you're more than welcome to share things, share your stories, experiences, whatever. Any places you want to check out, please do so. And yeah, we'll go on from there. But all in all, today's was just more of a catch-up really, and to welcome the new members and just to say how things have been going with investigations. And like I say, it's all been brilliant. You know, I have had the odd episodes where spirits have got a bit arsey and a bit negative, but nothing's ever really bad has come about from it. The episode I had a while ago that I used to see a big tall shadow figure in the bedroom doorway, since saying the St. Michael's prayer and the Lord's prayer, and since surrounding myself with protection, that hasn't come back. The only person that is with me is little Violet, and she just pops up every now and then. What else can I say? Yeah, a special shout out to Donna. Please get well, darling. Please don't worry about everything. You know, everything will sort itself out. You're absolutely fine. We're thinking of you. We're sending our prayers and our love to you. You know, things will get better. Just hang in there, chick. You know, you'll be fine. So, and yeah, a big shout out to Paul again for helping me do these investigations and thanking me, and you know, working together with me. He's like my big brother now. and we just have so much fun. We have a laugh and a joke, and I really apologise if I have taken you to locations and there's trains gone by. You're welcome, darling. You're welcome, Donna. So yeah, so all in all, that was today's catch up. I haven't been on here much because obviously it's the summer holidays and I've been trying to do investigations, but today is just a brief catch up with you all. So on that note, hope you all have a lovely Sunday afternoon and stay safe. If you've got any answers if you've got any questions that need answering, please just drop us a message, let us know in a comment. If you've got any places you want us to go, within reason, we will check it out. If you want to come with us, you are more than welcome to. We would love to have you on board. We would love to take you. No, you're not retiring, Paul. You will not retire until I tell you to. That is one thing you don't do, mister. You're not retiring just yet. Even if I have to pull you everywhere, you're not going. Yeah, and stitch your trousers back together. I'll drag you by your trousers. Yeah, you know what I mean. Anyway.
It's all those bushy things.
Yeah, so on that note, guys. No, you tell him, Donna. No, you tell him. He's not to retire. And anyway, on that note, from me and from the beautiful little Emily, say bye. You know, we are. We're all good. She's just beautiful, isn't she? I can't get enough of her. She's lovely, and she's just, her head's a bit wobbly because she is porcelain, but she'll be coming on a lot of investigations with us. I mean, look at those eyes, aren't they? There's just something about her.
They're devious eyes.
She's absolutely gorgeous. So I will be doing more investigation with her, and she will be coming with me. And it's like she's smiling at me now. Smiling at me. God bless her. I'm mad talking to a doll, but there's something about her. So yeah, on that note, we'll leave it there. It's 2:30. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Hope this video hasn't been too long and boring. And until the next time, I will check in with you and on the next adventure. So as always, stay safe, take care, big thank you and a warm welcome to all our new members. And until the next adventure, or the next time we see each other, it's bye from me. Bye, take care guys, love you all, be good.